Like,
My music, one of my biggest influences is hip hop and R&B, but there's a lot of other genres I listen to. I love blues music, you know, everything from B.B. King to Otis Redding, that's what I grew up with. You know, I love rock music, I like alternative, dubstep, you know, so the main drive behind my music was hip hop and R&B, but there's a lot of other genres that I'm influenced by and that I incorporate into my sound. Some of the best love I got at a gig was actually a gig in Cape Town very recently. You find, as an artist in Joburg, when you go outside of Joburg, people just, the appeal to people and the love that you get from crowds is different. So yeah, it was just a totally different experience in terms of the crowd, the way they reacted to what you're doing. It's really different from what you get in Joburg. So yeah, that was probably my favorite performance to date. Artists I enjoyed working with, I really enjoyed my first project. To date, I think that's still one of my favorite projects. It was Josie's Finest, and that was the first single released by the label, and it featured Mauritian from Jamali, and Dugza from Tear Gas, Pro Kid, Hydro, and Jane Namek. And yeah, it was a really nice project. Worked with a couple of big names in the industry, and to work with those sort of people on your first project was a really big thing for me. But yeah, it was just really nice to get so many different people, different backgrounds, different sounds onto one song. So yeah, that to date is still my favorite project. What I like to portray with my music and music videos, the whole reason I started this company, I mean, our mission is to say we did it first. You know, that's really the vision of the company, is to say, what have you done? Be unique, do something different, add something different. Yes, you can do a song, but what about the song or the lyrics appeals or is different from what you commonly hear? What about the video in terms of quality is something that you haven't seen? So that's really my driving point, is to say, do something different, be unique. I'll be honest, like a normal day for me is, you know, I spend a lot of my mornings more on the office, the admin side of things, because, you know, as much as you're in entertainment and you're in music, people don't understand the business side of it and how much actually goes into that. It's all great to make nice music, but having a #1 hit on radio doesn't mean it doesn't actually translate to rent money. And a lot of people just assume you make music for the passion and because it's great, but that's not actually the case. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. There's a lot of admin in terms of publishing, royalties, understanding that, where you derive your income from. You know, there's opportunities in terms of adverts, jingles, etc. So, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it. So my mornings are typically spent around that, and then my afternoons and evenings are more around music and recording and, you know, composing or just coming up with ideas and creative.
like it is?
I think family and friends are really important. Keep your circle small. I mean, you've heard that a million times, but it's so true. You meet a lot of yes people, a lot of naysayers and so on in the industry. So it's important to keep the people that you keep close to you need to be people who actually add value to you. Very positive people. Cut out anybody who's negative. As hard as that is, you know, don't waste your time with that. It's not worth it. So yeah, keep people who will give you an honest opinion about anything. If you've got a song, somebody who will tell you, look, the song is rubbish, or you need to work on this. Not people who just are going to give you positive opinions for the sake of not upsetting you. So yeah, keep your circle small, keep it direct, keep it people who are honest with you, and yeah. The pinnacle is more than just the music. The pinnacle is more the company and the brand Blayze Entertainment. To say, yes, it's music, but it's an entertainment company, and there's various aspects of entertainment I'd like to get into. Right now the focus is music, but you know, there are other aspects beyond just music that I'd like to venture into. So the ideal vision is to say, when you talk about entertainment, Blayze Entertainment comes up as, you know, a formidable, you know, brand and structure within entertainment in the country that people say, hey, these guys are good at that, and you mentioned in conversations about music, about production, etc. Productions thus far that are more well known in terms of the commercial side of videos released and music, definitely Josie's Finest, that put us on the map in such a big way. So many people gave a lot of positive feedback. To date, I still haven't had somebody say anything negative about the song or the video. I think it was a step up. Shout out to Pilot Films on that as well. You know, it was something different. People hadn't experienced something like that. So that was a really cool project. We Get It Poppin' as well was the second single we released, and the video's out for that. That was a club song. song. So those are the two probably most well-known singles that are out. And then there are other releases which have been out, you know, via Hulk share, you know, free music downloads, mixtapes, etc. We've also got a couple of new artists that have signed to the label. Little Tricks, who's 17 years old, he's from the South, a hip-hop artist, extremely talented for such a young age. There's also Sean Focus, who is an Afro-pop artist from Malawi, and he's actually in the UK right now doing a couple of shows. And then Luca, Anthony Kasirivu, who is from Mafeking, and he is a deep house producer, DJ. He's doing extremely well in Europe and South America. His compilations have been in magazines. You know, he's been on the likes of Fomp Records. Andy Compton has, you know, shouted him out in terms of his work. So the label is growing, and people are starting to see that Blayze Entertainment is not just hip-hop, it's music. There's Afro-pop, there's house, there's hip-hop, there's R&B. So, you know, there's various sounds, which is really what I want people to understand. What inspires me to do this? I remember the day, I think it was a Thursday afternoon, when I actually walked into my boss's office and I was like, hi, I resigned. The look on his face was priceless. If he sees this interview, he's going to stab me. But what inspired me to do it was just, you know, you only get one opportunity at life, man. You only get one opportunity to do what you're passionate about. And, you know, I've met and seen a lot of people who talk and go, oh man, I'd love to do this, and if only I could do this. And you know, you realize a lot of people talk but don't actually follow through with it. So I was like, look, I'd rather do something and look back and go, well, that was a mistake, or I could have done something, than to have that regret of not knowing. And just to say, yeah, as you know, as much as it's thrown around, YOLO, you only live once. Get one opportunity to make something of yourself, to do something different, so take an opportunity if it comes up. And that was my real inspiration to do it. My life mantra is, you know, dream big, hustle hard, have a vision for what you want to do, and do what you got to do to make it. There is no plan B, there is no second place, it's number one or nothing. I would say the really exciting thing right now is the music that I'm working on. I've got a single out called Boom Sound. The single got about just over 8,000 hits in 2 days. It's playlisted in Nigeria, it's playlisted in Botswana, Zambia, and then locally as well. And so look out for that. It's called Boom Sound, and the video is going to be coming pretty soon, and that I'm really excited about. As well as the second single, which I'm going to be releasing, called Freeze and Pose. Like I said, I'm trying to do something different, so it's not just hip-hop. It incorporates elements of hip-hop, a little bit of garage, a little bit of UK funky, some dubstep, so it's a different sound, and I'm curious to see how people are going to receive it.